Hello, everyone. My name is Edith Emmings, and I'm a software engineer and a recent graduate from Prime Digital Academy. Today, I'll be showing you my project Open Doors, which began as my solo capstone project at Prime. When an individual needs emergency housing, it can be really challenging to find a place with available beds. Typically, people have to call each shelter individually or just show up and take their chances. Social workers spend a lot of time on the phone calling shelters or messaging peers and attempt to find a place that has availabilities that fit the needs of their client. In Minneapolis, we have a handful of wonderful resources such as Youth Services Network, which is an app for youth shelters, and Adult Shelter Connect, which is essentially a hotline for 5 of the biggest shelters in Minneapolis. But even so, this problem persists. In researching this project, I spoke with a social worker who told me, "I will be with a client and we will have no idea if a bed is available. I have many times been sitting on hold with Shelter Connect and the wait is just too long and we give up." My application, Open Doors, attempts to address this problem by providing listings of shelters in the area along with up-to-date information on bed availability as provided by each shelter. This would be very useful for individuals looking for a place to stay, or for social workers or emergency responders or even librarians to be able to just pull up the app and find availabilities. Disclaimer before we get started, all of the data that you'll be seeing today is for demonstration purposes only and does not represent actual availabilities in these shelters. To start, I'll be playing the role of a social worker looking for housing for a client. I'll click on Find a Shelter. And I'm taken to a page where I can see listings of shelters in my area, along with how many beds are available by each guest type, how recently this information was updated, and how far away it is from my current location. Since I know some information about my client, I'm going to filter my results. My client's an adult male who has expressed interest in dinner and a shower this evening. After filtering, I have 3 more results. Looks like St. Stephen's has 0 beds available. Dorothy Day is kind of far away, but Simpson still has 14 beds for adult men and is pretty close, so that seems like a reasonable option. When I click on Simpson, I have some more information along with a phone number to call to confirm that this information is actually accurate. And there are also some tags that give me a sense of any requirements or amenities that the shelter might have so I can have more information for my client. And there's a map so I can show my client where to go. This seems like a good option, so I'm going to switch gears now and show you all what it looks like from the shelter portal perspective. I'll log in as Simpson. And on the main page, I have a simple interface where I can simply increment the number of occupied beds as people walk through the door. If maybe a group walks through or I want to reset the number or I haven't been keeping track and I want to just hard set it, I can click on the Setter tab and type in the number. Anytime I increment or set the number, it also resets the timestamp, so the next person to go to the Explore page will see that this was updated 0 minutes ago. While I'm logged in, I also noticed that I need to change some things about my profile. My name is actually Simpson Housing Services. And I saw that I had a tag that suggests we're wheelchair accessible, and as much as I wish that that were true, it's actually not, so I'm going to take that out so as to not mislead anybody. And this is all looking really good, so I'm going to log out and then show you all what it looks like for a shelter to register for the first time. I'll create an account, and today I'm going to be signing up as St. Anne's Place, which is a shelter for women-led families experiencing homelessness. I'll fill out some basic information, including our hours of operation, what types of guests we accept, and a couple of tags so that people can have a sense of what to expect when they're searching for us. All of the information is looking good, so I can hit submit. and my profile is created. Housing insecurity is a huge systemic problem, and this app aims to address two problems, which is getting people out of an emergency situation and into a supportive environment as quickly as possible, and optimizing the process for social workers so that they have more time to focus on and advocate for their clients. This version of the app was built in 2 weeks using React and Redux on the front end, Node and Express on the back end, and Postgres for the database and Google Maps APIs. For version 2, I plan to build out an administrative side so that someone can actually moderate the listings. And speaking of version 2, I have opened up the repo on GitHub to pull requests, so if any developers out there are interested in contributing, I would love to speak with you after the demos. On a similar note, I know that I'm not the only person working on this problem, so if anyone has further information or resources regarding this issue, I'd love to speak with you as well. Finally, I would like to thank Prime Digital Academy for jumpstarting my new career and for hosting tonight, and to my family and friends and all of you for coming out tonight. Again, my name is Edith Emmings, and this was Open Doors. Thank you.